It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for...
Cardi B's Biscuit Breakdown.
Tech Up Dave is in the studio with me. Dave, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
You've gone back to basics this week?
Well, we blew the budget for the biscuits last week.
I mean, we did. We really did. So what have you got this week?
So this week it's just chocolate digestive biscuits.
I mean, that is just a brilliant thing. But interestingly, not just on biscuits, but on tea itself, there have been a number of people who have had a survey to say that builders in particular, but other people as well, think that brewing time is too long.
Well, it's all...
How long do you brew your tea for?
Quite a while, because I like a strong tea.
Yeah, I think we can. If you're watching on Talk TV, you can see a picture in just a second here of Dave and I had a cup of tea just before the studio. Mine is on the left, which to many people would feel is a sort of anemic, fairly weak cup of tea with lots of milk. Dave's on the right is a darker brown, almost a sort of slightly orangey colour. So you like a good strong cup of tea?
Nice strong cup of tea.
Yeah, I take quite a lot of milk in mine, I must say. But it's interesting. I mean, there are builders, painters, bathroom fitters, roofers, handymen, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, plasters and heating engineers who are who have been the different trades saying that they want the brewing time to be longer. So the longest at number 10 is a heating engineer, apparently, who wants the tea bag in their tea for 180 to 240 seconds. I mean, leaving a tea bag in for 3 minutes is something, or even longer, 4 minutes, I think it's just too long.
No, you like a good strong cup of tea.
I don't.
Well, there's something wrong with you then.
Well, we've known that for a long time.
Yes.
Heating engineers apparently like chocolate digestives, so, I mean, maybe you should become a heating engineer.
Maybe. I could fix the aircon in the control room. Really,
Is it too hot, too cold?
It's always too hot or too cold.
The biggest bugbear is with presenters in this station is that, I mean, we're presenters, we like to complain, we have lots of opinions, is the heat of the studio. I personally think it's fine. But builders tea, 10 to 30 seconds, and they like hobnobs. Lots of digestives. Ginger nuts, though, carpenters, between 60 and 120 seconds. So there's lots of different thoughts on this. But you're with the heating engineers, Dave.
Yeah, down with the heating engineers. I'd be interested to know, like, teachers and other people. I mean, they've just done... tradesmen here.
Yeah, no, I think
lots of people drink tea.
But I suppose if you're making tea for someone, you're likely, if you have a tradesman in your house or a tradeswoman, you're likely to offer them a cup of tea.
That's true.
I do feel sorry for builders who don't take milk, though.
Why? Because
people say, oh, you want a builder's tea? You're a builder, you want a builder's tea. What if your builder who doesn't like milk? What if your builder who wants sugar in their tea? Like, that's discrimination.
Well, I usually just ask how they like their tea when I ask them whether they want a tea or a coffee.
That's a fair point. We've already had some viewers and listeners being in touch on this. We've had another picture I can show you. This is from... let me see.
Gemma
and Sophie. So Gemma has a strong tea. She is the one on the left there. If you're watching on Talk TV, a very strong cup of tea there. And on the right, we've got Gemma's tea, which is I mean, it's pretty anemic there, sort of along the lines of me. But yeah. There's one. My friend Kathy actually takes. She's the only English person I've ever met who takes tea as weak and milky as I do. So yeah.
I noticed Gemma hasn't got anything on her feet.
Oh right, okay. Oh, she's
just got up, I guess.
Maybe she's a lefty who doesn't wear shoes. You never know. Anyway, Dave, it's been an interesting week because we've had all of this, but also you've done great work on Cat of the Week. We're going to have the Cat of the Week a little later. We're not going to have it just now. No. But there is a seal, a story you've noticed about a seal who has entered a house and has terrorised a cat. Apparently,
indeed, yes. This is in New Zealand. The Ross family woke up one morning. Their house is 150 metres away from the shoreline where they live. And the guy who lives in the house, Phil Ross, is actually a marine biologist.
Right, brilliant.
But happened to be out and missed all of this. So this is an utter failure on his behalf.
Yeah, clearly.
Because when his wife got up about 6 o'clock, she went out and got in the car to go to the gym, and she heard something bark at her and then shuffle off, so she thought there was a dog or something under the car. But when she came back, she found a seal sitting on the sofa in the house.
A seal sitting on the sofa. I mean, how did it get up there? Because it would be quite difficult for a seal to manoeuvre on it. They're not really known for their dexterity.
Well, they think that it met the cat.
Right.
And the cat was scared of... Oh, the cat and the seal did a bit of a face-off, and the cat ran off. And they think it ran off and went straight through the cat flap, and the seal followed.
You're not going to get a seal through a cat flap, let's face it.
It was only a baby seal, so it wasn't a full-size one.
Okay.
And... yeah, so they came back about 7 o'clock and found this thing sitting on the sofa, and the cat it now just lives upstairs. It refuses to come back downstairs.
Oh, the poor cat. My goodness. Well, listen, thank you for that update. I do feel sorry for the cat.
That's Coco the cat.
Coco,
yes.
Per Coco. But
Yes.
we will be having Cat of the Week later. And thank you to everybody who's been in touch about Cat of the Week. We've had loads and loads of different entries. And Dave has been burrowing away behind the scenes with all the technical stuff around that. They don't allow me near any buttons,
No.
quite, or anything technical. I mean, it's a good policy, really, at this station.
You can break anything, even when you're in the office with nothing in front of you. So you're not being let anywhere
I'm
near
a
the buttons.
walking chaos. I should say actually as well about Gemma and Sophie, who sent in the cup of tea there as well. It's their brother's birthday today. Ben is 16, so very happy birthday to Ben. So thank you very much indeed to them for their picture of the tea. What do you think about the tea? How strong should tea be? Let us know. How long... we got a couple of texts already. Shane says, I leave the tea bag in the cup, 2 sugars, a drop of milk and a Tim Tam biscuit, then I'm happy. That's someone in Sydney, another person in Sydney.
Nice.
Andrew says, I was told recently that using boiling water was essential for the brew and a throwback to the wartime due to poor quality tea. What do you think of that, Dave?
Ooh, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, listen, thank you very much indeed. Tuck up, Dave.